The rest of the pirates drag their wounded companions aboard the ship, leaving only the captain standing aboard a gangplank. He turns towards you and points his saber at you. I be Captain William Bly of the Red Stiletto, and I will be your death. I'll hunt you to the stars fade. No one gets away from us.
Oh, goody.
We're not the ones who are running.
He waves his wheellock at you, but doesn't fire because, of course, it only has one shot.
Haha.
And fades back to his ship, which is already pulling gangplanks away.
Aye, that's right, you already blew your wad.
His ship pulls away, and you can see the remaining crew members on deck reloading the ballista.
To the captain, we need to get the hell out of here. I don't think that we need another bolt in the deck.
No, I don't think we do, so yeah.
The captain is on the ground bleeding from his wounds. He doesn't seem to be able to do much.
In that case, does anybody here know how to navigate one of these things?
As a matter of fact, you do.
Oh, I do. In that case, I'll be navigating it.
Oh, look at me.
All right.
I mean, really.
Okay, would anyone like to see to Captain McGinnis?
I'll take to the con, send the cleric to the captain.
Yes.
All right.
Send the cleric.
The cleric nods and goes to aid the captain. What about you? The pirate ship is pulling away, but it's within range of various attacks or whatever if you want to get a last shot or two off at it.
Try to knock down one of the people who's loading that ballista so we can get away.
Well, I do have a hand cross. That's
Yep.
+2.
Okay.
So let's take one last faint shot at whoever's reloading the ballista, or who's within range.
All right.
13 plus 2.
Plus something else, I'm sure.
Yeah, plus 3.
13 plus 5, 18.
Okay. Your bolt actually sails over and catches one of the pirates. Boom, square in the chest.
I hope that slows them down. You need to duck into the con, or wherever you need to go to steer these things.
Okay. That's below deck.
We're going to need to make distance and speed, so...
Okay. You go below deck to the spelljamming helm. This particular ship is helmed by what's called a furnace. It's a magical device which draws its power by burning away the magical energies of enchanted items. Inside of it are a couple enchanted items of some power that are caught up in the device's flame. It's attached to a chair-like device which you actually sit in to drive the ship.
Well, then let's take the helm.
Okay, you do so. This costs you 1 healing surge.
Fine.
Shrimp.
You'll have to explain to me why that is at some point.
The reason why that is because you're actually psychically bonding with the helm. And in fact, your vision shifts from what you can see around you to a view kind of from the aft deck of the ship, facing straight down along its lines.
All right.
You can see the space around you as well, and you can feel the ship more or less as your own body. You can see that their ship is pulling away, and it's turning to get a good shot at you with its ballista. Your ship will not survive more than a hit or two of that weapon.
Drive us far, far away.
What do we have in the region?
What do you mean?
I'm looking for obstacles.
There aren't any obstacles, just the ship. All you need to do is gain distance on it, and you can get into Spelljammer speed, which is very fast.
In that case, we just need to clear away, showing them as little silhouette as possible.
All right.
Perpendicular to their broadside.
Okay. You turn away from their ship and do a hard cut. Fortunately, your ship is a lot more maneuverable than theirs is, and also they are vastly undercrewed due to certain recent events.
I shot one in the chest. Yay.
Amongst other things, yeah. You pull away from them, and over the next half hour or so, you're able to gain enough ground to reach Spelljammer speed.
Excellent.
You do so, and boom! The stars streak past you as you accelerate up to 200 million miles a day. And now you are in Spelljammer speed.
In that case, I need to check on the captain and find out what's going on.
Alright, you do so. It'll take you a couple hours to reach your destination. You are heading for a port called the Rock of Brawl.
Oh, does this mean that I have to stay at the helm?
It does.
In that case, I'll have to use yeoman or something.
But, yeah, you have to stay on the helm, but that's okay because the captain is being brought down below decks.
Excellent.
Right, I'll help with that.
The helm is essentially in the bridge and navigation room. It's not a big ship.
I hope he's being taken to his quarters to be looked after.
He is a little bit. He's the one who laid in the course for the Rock of Brawl. He told you to head there.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
He's being tended by the cleric, though, who happens to have healing powers, so, you know.
Yes.
He gets tended rather quickly.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
But he He is hurt pretty badly, and it seems to be more a matter of spirit than body. The dead crew members, you and the cleric bring them from the deck and lay them in one of the crew cabins. Generally speaking, bodies are not buried in space. They're taken to a port and either transferred through the churches of their religions that they follow, who can send them to wherever they need to go.
All right.
Or they are resurrected or somehow brought back to life or brought into an appropriate afterlife. Or if none of that's possible, they are immolated in space and dispersed as ashes. Dumping bodies off the side of the ship is generally considered bad in case another ship slams into them. Or, well, bodies left alone in space, particularly without a proper funeral and burial, tend to return to life in a most unpleasant manner.
Oh, that would be very unfortunate.
Yeah.
And occasionally ships pick up these undead hitchhikers.
That would make an amazing minefield.
Yeah.
It doesn't end well. And in fact, there are minefields of that sort left over from a war fought a couple 100 years ago.
Let's hope we never go there yet. Give us a few more levels.
It would be a brilliant place to hide.
To get, I guess.
No one would want to follow you in.
Mm-hmm.
Dracul has taken his leave.
Yes. We'll wait for him to get back.
Intermission!
Let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby. Let's go to the lobby and have ourselves a snack.
Oh my.
Okay, are we both back in business here?
I was here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Alrighty then. Over the next couple hours of your voyage to the Rock of Brawl, it's fairly obvious that the captain is in dark spirits. He spends his time either walking to the porthole and staring out at the stars, or walking back to the room where the few dead crew members are. And he doesn't speak much to anyone.
How very strange.
Is there anything you might like to do on the voyage back?
I'd like to fix my armor.
Clean blades, all that kind of stuff.
Alright.
And get to know the crew. Who's left, at least.
At this point, it's you guys, the cleric, and the captain. That's all that's left out of a crew of 8.
After saying this in my head, I look at Priven and I already know you.
Hi.
Also, along the way, you can take what's known as a rest, which allows you to spend healing surges to regain your hit points as you need to.
When do you regain healing surges?
Every other time we play?
No.
Every day?
You regain healing surges after taking what's known as an extended rest in the rules, but is known as going to sleep and waking up for the rest of us.
Oh.
Couldn't we do that like during the voyage, the 3-hour trip, or a few-hour trip?
It's about 7 hours.
Yeah, so we could easily just do that.
You have things to do on the way, rather than sleep.
Fine.
Yes, maybe like examining the ballista bolt that has punctured our hull at some point.
Alright, while he's doing that, I'll spend a surge.
Since we're all out of carpenters...
Yes, your ship is pretty heavily damaged. You have a ballista bolt through it, which has cracked open a rather large seam along the side of your ship.
Well, at least we can't, vent atmosphere.
No. Your atmosphere holds pretty good. Technically, you vented it when the squid ship came close enough to board you. You joined your atmosphere to theirs and shared them. But fortunately for all involved, the squid ship did not have some sort of hideous atmospheric anomaly going on, or some poisonous venom in its air.
Oh.
So it worked out okay for everybody.
So that's a good reason not to get boarded by an undead ship.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yes. Undead ships tend to have extremely nasty air for a variety of reasons. But if you guys are all done along those lines and have nothing else you want to do, you come within range of the Rock of Brawl and immediately drop out of Spelljammer speed. One of the tricks of Spelljamming is that if objects of sufficient size pass close enough to you while you're Spelljamming past them, it drops you to tactical speed, which is a vastly slower speed. In your case, it's equal to about 35 miles an hour.
Okay.
Can you overtake vessels at Spelljammer speed?
Yes, you can.
Is this insanely dangerous, or does it actually force them out, or do you actually force them out?
If you overtake them, you would force them out. However, the trick is they're moving extremely, extremely fast. So you have to plot your course very well to catch them, which is, as a navigator would say, tricky. And also you have to be on your ball. I mean, if they go to Spelljammer speed, you have to hit the gas pedal right after them, right on the same course.
All right.
You come within sight of the Rock of Brawl. The Rock of Brawl is a huge flat-topped asteroid that has been done up over the centuries into a living city.
All right.
It has vast sails coming out from the side of it that control its orbit around the planet Primus, which is one of the more important planets in this system. The rock itself is a trade post.
Okay.
Where people from all sorts of destinations come to trade their goods, find new goods, or conduct business both fair and foul. It's essentially a free port. Anybody who can get to the docks without actually firing on the city is allowed to land.
So it's an overgrown pitcairn.
Excuse me?
Overgrown pitcairn.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the term, I'm afraid.
Pitcairn Island?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar, sorry.
It's a pirate port.
I'm lost.
Pirate.
The Mutiny on the Bounty.
Sadly, I haven't read that. My knowledge of pirates mostly comes from video games.
All right. Well, I will stick to Sid Meier's
Sid
then.
Meier for the win.
Okay, that's a good choice. That's based on historical cities and stuff, which I know a little bit more about. But
All right.
okay, the most distinguishing thing about the Rock of Brawl is that it has a large castle on the back of it that's crafted essentially in the
Dwarves.
fairy tale tradition.
Oh.
It has huge glass spires and great domes.
Giant minarets and fluttering banners.
Awesome. They must
All
be
sorts of
devoted.
funky things. It's incredibly beautiful and incredibly expansive, spreading over the rock and comprising the inner keep
All right.
that would defend the place in case of attack.
My Little Pony.
So we pull up and dock
Yes.
and all that good fun stuff that ships do in space.
Yep, you pull up to the dock, and the captain arranges for a transfer of the cargo, pays the docking fees, and all that other stuff.
What were we carrying anyway?
You are actually carrying a load of fabrics.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, after we've been rammed.
We didn't get rammed.
Thought
We got
did.
boarded.
Oh.
You got
We
boarded.
got ballistaed and boarded. And after they cut their way through our crew, they could have sent men off to steal our wares. Wares?
Our
Cargo.
Beautiful, beautiful fabric.
Our lovely silk from the Orient.
Yes.
Worth probably a lot of gold.
As a matter of fact, it is the lovely silk, and it is from the Orient.
Oh. Whoa.
History +3.
Mm-hmm. There's another planet across this system that has a Oriental-style culture, which has developed spelljamming technology and does a lot of spelljamming trade.
That works. Do we get gold from this, or he's just going to sulk off?
As a matter of fact, you do get gold from this. You get a cut of the transfer.
Sweet.
For not dying horribly.
Yes, you get a cut of the profits for not dying horribly, which is always a bonus. But more importantly, you meet with your captain in the local inn to discuss the recent events.
It's good to see you in one piece, McGinnis. You took a blow.
Aye, and it's not the first. But I tell you, I've been thinking along the way back, and I feel it's going to be the last. I'm getting old, and I'm tired of watching friends die. That wasn't the first pirate attack I've faced.
What the hell was his name anyway?
The captain's name is, in fact, McGinnis.
No, I meant the pirate.
The pirate. Okay.
He was all shouty as he was leaving, and then, of course, I promptly forgot his name. Because
Yeah.
Yes.
I do that.
His name is William Bly. As a matter of fact, he and his ship, the Red Stiletto, are known in these lanes. They've been preying on traders for the past couple weeks.
I don't like the sound of that.
But you guys have handed them a pretty solid defeat. They'll have to retreat to wherever they base out of
Then get a bigger crew.
to recover their crew, right? But it also sounds like that the pirate captain is looking to make his reputation by hunting you down and making sure you don't escape him.
Wow, what a decent fellow.
He's so nice. Yay. So anyway, he's thinking of retiring now?
Aye, retirement is on my mind.